This is Cape Breton Accents,
I've been here for like 5 years. It just feels like home away from home.
a podcast hosted by CBU President David Dingwall that celebrates the stories and perspectives that make our community so vibrant and unique.
Yeah, because it's important that students take part in extracurricular activities.
From campus life to global impact, we're excited to share the stories that define Cape Breton University.
CBU is family, and you're gonna love every minute of it.
Welcome to Cape Breton Accents. My name is David Dingwall, President and Vice Chancellor of Cape Breton University. My special guest today is Garrett Nicholson, who is responsible for recreation at Cape Breton University. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your background. Now, I heard a rumor that you played baseball in the United States.
Yes, I had a very unique opportunity from a young age. I had the opportunity to move away at just 16 years old to be a part of a baseball academy in small town Vauxhall, Alberta. And from there, I was given a lot of different opportunities, one to which go to the U.S. to pursue not only my education, but also to pursue a dream within baseball.
Good. And how long were you away for?
In total, 8 years.
8 years?
6 years in university. 2 years I spent at Central Michigan University, and then another 4 at Minot State University in Minot, North Dakota.
And there were 2 different universities, correct?
Yes.
And did you like Michigan?
I enjoyed it. I made some really good friends there. Had some local Canadians there as well. My support staff was great. The coaching staff was awesome. The education was great. Got to learn from lots of people from all over the country. Can only take great things from there, and I think it's a part of what's made me the person I am today.
When I played hockey for Junior X many, many years ago, I was scouted by Michigan State.
Oh, okay.
And the coach of our hockey team at the time was this huge man. So when he recommended that I should go to Michigan, they thought, well, they're going to be getting a big guy because, after all, he was a big man at CBU. And I had done an interview with him, and no luck. So recreation is for everyone and certainly adds to the student experience here at CBU. Can you tell us a little bit about that in terms of its importance for the student at CBU?
Yeah, I mean, there's many different aspects to it, and I think the big thing that it comes down to is it's important for both your physical and your mental well-being. Just getting active. It's important to get those endorphins, especially from the stresses of school and part-time jobs. You can get through that education. I think it's very important to keep that clear mindset, keep a positive attitude, and I think recreation brings that for our students.
What would you recommend to a student that is coming to CBU?
Get involved as quick as you can. I think within our recreation, we offer a lot. We offer 4 streams. Our first one is our Sports for All. So that's our drop-in day-to-day activities where students...
Could you just tell me a little bit more about these 4, you say?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have our Sports for All, our club sports, our intramurals and tournaments, and then our outdoor recreation. So with Sports for All, that's our drop-in activities day-to-day for both staff, faculty, and students to be a part of, along with our community members. Our club sports are not necessarily at the varsity level, but it allows students to stay competitive in the sports that they love without having that same kind of commitment that may come with playing varsity. Intramurals and our tournaments, that's a way for students to create their own teams with their peers, allows them to get involved on weekly activities and enjoy the sports they love. And then with our outdoor recreation, we have our things like our beach volleyball courts, obviously both our grass and turf soccer fields, and our 18-hole disc golf course, which is very unique in the sense that we're one of the only universities in the country that offers something like that.
So tell us a little bit about the most popular additions in terms of the field of recreation.
So we see obviously a lot around our cricket, our badminton, soccer. Those are 3 very competitive sports. Obviously, the university is very diverse, and we bring in people with interest in a lot of those aspects. It's been very unique to see because before I started working here, I wouldn't say I knew a whole lot about cricket. However, from the students and learning from the faculty and just watching them play, there's a lot of similarities with me and being a baseball player, with the amount of players on the field, Ruling's obviously a little different with the point system and the outs, but there's a lot of similarity in the camaraderie and being a part of a team. And so it's really unique just to see, them bring their love and their perspectives to what we offer.
I'm told by a number of Indian students that there's quite a number of cricket teams. Is that correct?
Yeah, so cricket, I would say in the area alone has grown a ton. And just within our club team, we've seen players go on to get recruited to play for the provincial Nova Scotia team, which is awesome for their exposure. The members of our team, especially with our president and vice president of the club, they've done a lot of recruiting and they've done a lot of exposure through social media around the province, letting people know who we are and how this is a great opportunity for students to get out there and show what they're made of and just really enjoy the game.
So do we need a new cricket field?
I think that would be awesome.
You heard it here, folks. He's promoting a cricket field. So what about pickleball? Is that on the rise?
Pickleball is massive around here. Now so 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we offer pickleball in the mornings from 10 to 1. We get a big turnout from the community, yet it's open to all faculty, staff, and students as well, which over the last number of months we've seen an upkeep and continue to see it grow within the campus itself. I think it's something that's really taken off around Cape Breton. You see it within all the other high schools and the other gyms that are just around the island, and I think it's an awesome opportunity because it's a sport that allows people of all different age groups and physicality to enjoy, and I think that's important to get everybody involved.
Could you envisage a pickleball tournament at the Dome?
I think that's something we could work on in the future. There might be a few things that we'd have to tweak, but never say never.
We certainly could do it at the Sullivan Fieldhouse.
Absolutely.
How many teams could we get in there?
Well, we have 3 courts. And so right now we have 6 nets. Obviously, that can grow. So I would say the options are endless when it comes to it, really, because you can have multiple games going on at once. Games don't have to be necessarily long, which obviously accumulates for more games throughout the day. So the possibilities are endless.
Can you give us a list, as best you can, of the various recreational supports that we do have at Cape Breton University? I'm putting you on the spot.
Within our recreation itself?
Yes.
Well, we get a lot of support from our staff. Our staff are awesome. We carry about 30 students. This allows students the opportunity to learn and gain experience, work with other students and faculty, giving them the knowledge that they need to go on after university. I think that's a big component in helping students learn more about recreation, what we're promoting, and how they can get involved. Within our recreation, we have multiple sports like basketball, soccer, cricket, badminton. Floor curling is a big one that we've picked up.
Floor curling?
Yeah.
How does that work?
A little unique in the sense that you're not playing on ice. It's obviously a gym floor. But it's really taken off, especially since we hosted the World Championships last year at Center 200. This is a project that's been worked on internally within the university, and it's something that they're researching a ton around the island now in order to bring the game of curling to Cape Breton. And obviously, we've seen over the last couple of months that they're going to be building a new curling facility here in Sydney itself. So I think this is all a byproduct of what they've been doing.
That will activate a lot of interest from young people as well as not so young people. Absolutely. As it relates to curling. Mm-hmm. Is there any sports that you envisage now that we should be moving towards? We talked about pickleball, we talked about cricket, we talked about the golf, but is there any other sports that we could be looking at in order to enhance our reach to students wherever they may come from?
The big one is ice hockey now. So this past winter, we ran our first ice hockey tournament in Glace Bay at the Miners Forum. We think this is going to be a very unique opportunity for the university. When the new rink is open, we'll be able to bring it on campus. It'll allow us to grow the game within the university and show other students that don't necessarily know so much about it, how they can get involved. And I think with what we're doing right now with our free skating opportunities at Center 200, this is a way to get students to understand the game a little more and maybe take that next step to learning how to play the game itself. Because really in the game of hockey, it's kind of unique where you can't really put the gear on until you skate. So you got to learn to take it
first.
Exactly. To skate and then take it step by step from there.
Tell me about the golf. What's happening there?
So this past fall, we hosted our first annual golf tournament. We had 4 teams come down from Dal, St. Mary's, Acadia, and obviously CBU. It was about 25 students. It was just a one-day event. It was awesome. Can't say the weather was very pretty that day, but the responses that we got from the students that came down was great. They were very thankful that we were able to put this opportunity on for them. And really, since we had this go on, we have since come up with a golf schedule that's going to allow us to host 4 tournaments throughout next fall. One will be here in Cape Breton, with 3 more happening up towards the mainland. So it's a great way to give students another opportunity to get involved and to enjoy the sports that they love.
That's great. So you would have a number of persons that would want to qualify to be on the men's golf team or the ladies' golf team, correct?
Yeah, so we take both male and female are allowed to join the club. It's open to anyone. Faculty and staff are also allowed to join our clubs as well. So this is something that's unique in the sense that it gives everyone that chance to enjoy the things that they love.
What about old presidents? Are they allowed to play?
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been with Garrett Nicholson, and as you can see, a fine, outstanding young man who brings his expertise to CBU in order to engage our students both domestically and internationally as they participate in a variety of different activities at Cape Breton University. Garrett, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, and thank you, Mr. President. I think, the opportunities that you've been able to provide to us and with the President's office and the support staff around the university, I think it's been great in helping us grow this venture and continue to see it move forward.
Great. Thank you.